In government, Ben Wyatt led the charge for reforms to WA's Aboriginal cultural heritage laws after the destruction of Juukan Gorge.
Juukan reinforces why Western Australia's Aboriginal heritage protection system needs to be overhauled.
And continued to defend them in the face of growing criticism. He's been silent since they were scrapped by the Premier, but campaigning for the voice to Parliament acknowledged the backflip was almost inevitable.
In the end, the consensus fractured, and you need a consensus to make this kind of reform. So I'm not surprised the government made the decision it did.
As the end of the laws neared, it was farmers and pastoralists who were the biggest critics, something the former Aboriginal Affairs Minister says he found surprising.
I was disappointed, of course, because I thought after a lot of work, 4 years of work, where we had a consensus from the pastoralists, the farmers, the prospectors, the miners. Very rare that you get a consensus on a good outcome, but ultimately, clearly the regulations went too far.
We were asked to support the Cultural Heritage Act based on the intent, and we were promised with the details later, and we saw how that went. With the voice, similarly, the community is crying out for further details.
A month on, the focus is now on the October 14 referendum.
A yes vote shapes the system up in Aboriginal policy and ensures that we get a much better outcome in the implementation and development of policy. The only thing you're going to see for those people who aren't directly engaged is a better spend of the taxpayers' dollar.
There are already a number of different advisory groups and bodies that inform governments on better outcomes for Aboriginal people. What we need is for the federal government and the state government to actually listen to those concerns.
In just over a month, voters will decide if they agree. Keane Burke, ABC News.